Smart 24, driving business.
Good morning, how are you today? Hope you're well. It's Thursday, 1st June 2023. A happy new month from us to you. Good morning, Marcy.
Good morning, Jerome. Oh my God, I'm excited actually for media. We are in media, and of course today is 1st June 2023. Excited to be here with you, and by the grace of God, of course, definitely for those that have made it this morning. Yes, it's a Thursday, and of course we are grateful. This is Smart Business, your daily Kickstarter, and from us to you, happy new month, and we hope to give you the very best today of business, entertainment, and very much more have in store for you.
Well, indeed, it's a new month, and of course, when you're starting up a new month, you always have to be very positive as a business person, as an individual, as a collective or a group of people. And this is why we have to remind you to always set yourselves and always create a saving plan for you as an individual. Now, which saving plan can you have? Lately, saving isn't as the ordinary saving, but you can save for investment. Invest in government bonds and other securities with the Zabo platform. Star 292 hash is the USSD code that you can use to kickstart off your investment. With Zabo, it is very possible if you are well dedicated to making sure that you can save. Make sure that you do the saving by registering with your national identification number, and then with that possible, you can then kickstart off your investment in the next 24 hours. Zabo is a platform that is making it more possible for you to grow your investments today and beyond. So kickstart off your investment with the Zabo platform and see yourself grow into someone who can easily get into distance, to understand more about how fast developments can get for you as an individual. Zabo, my money, my future. And Autotex East Africa says, do something new. Well, then you can do something new today. And well, it's a brand new month. And of course, there are lots of things that we can have to look at, really, as we kickstart off this one. It is starting off midweek, Thursday, but well, of course, it can only get better later on. 30 days are kicking off today. The budget month is here. Lots of other details coming in. But where we choose to start from today, we're heading to Mbarara. And of course, by the look of things, if we are to look at the fact that first and foremost, before we even dive into Mbarara, everyone gets excited about the new month. The excitement is not worn out. It's not actually worn on the face just as much when we're engaging into the new year, because it is just ordinarily, it's a new month. But anyways, we have to at least be more conversant with the fact that it's a new month, so that means we are halfway there. So by the look of things here, there are issues concerning vendors in Mbarara, and what details are in there, and what are some of the key things that we really need our viewers to understand more, especially around the Chizungu market.
Well, vendors in Chizungu market, for those that are from Mbarara, it's a very busy market for most people right there. They go for shopping, and of course, and our vendors in Chizungu market failed to pay tax due to lack of roof shadow. The market might be closed temporarily. Of course, actually, the vendors in Chizungu refused to pay market fees because government neglected construction of the roof shading for them. According to their LC3 chairperson, Kasirika, this market issue is turning to be politics, where some leaders go on and tell vendors not to pay fees, something that is impending the development of the area. Of course, I must say, like you see right there, it's in it has been actually, it was quite an interesting market those days, but of course now the fees actually, I feel like it benefits them, because now look at the state of the market right there. It is devastating. So if they could have an understanding of the importance of having roofs. Now, I can imagine instances where there is rain.
Yeah.
You know.
And I actually want to say Africa should as well start getting used to the new modernities in market setups. I think it's not only in Uganda. Most of the markets in Africa are still in those particular shapes. Whether Kenya, whether Ghana, Nigeria. You know, you get to realize that those markets shape up the African continent, however much. But when you come to think of it, Bara is now a city, and these are markets that need real upgrade. But also, during the upgrade, are the people in Bara willing to accept the upgrade to take up? Because the reason behind some of these other issues is vendors at times are not happy with the administration of the markets, or they are not really happy under the conditions that they're working from now. Because you look at that as a market, it's an open market. Anything can really happen. You look at the sanitation, you look at the hygiene and everything. There's a lot to worry about.
Well, the issue is actually the fact that they have been able to pay a lot of money through taxes, and nothing has been brought to their aid when it comes to roof shed. Okay. So they actually went up in arms, saying we contribute a lot, yet there is nothing actually happening. So they attribute it to politics.
Oh, well, I think it goes back to the fact that maybe they feel that they've been paying money and then someone is actually eating the money. So in the long run, they would say it's a politicking situation. You may find out that someone who's actually in charge of the money is not even a politician, a practical one. So it goes back to the leaders themselves who are in these marketplaces and how they can be helpful to the people in Barara, and if they can help them upgrade and develop.
No, I feel like, it starts with us. Initiative, it starts with you. I mean, if they feel the need to have the roof sheds, like they say, that the money they can contribute together. They have an association and do something for themselves, because definitely if they keep complaining back and forth, I mean, nothing. I mean, this situation has been going on for a while, so definitely like the Baganda say, and
to find a solution to everything. Now, besides Mbara, but still in the western Uganda, in Kabale, the government vehicles are up for auction. And this is due to the district's inability to, first of all, fulfill a financial obligation to a contracted party. And when you come to think of it, a sum of 60,731 million remains unpaid to the contractor. And when you look at the contractor, is Ibumba KB Services. This is a dispute stemming from the 2004-2005 financial year. And well, we are heading into the next financial year, and it's something that you look at and see, well, I think the politics in here are huge. And but besides that, when you come to think of it, is that first and foremost, during the period, Kabale District Local Government engaged the Ibumba KB Services to undertake construction of footbridges in Ramchuchu and Kashambia sub-counties. The purpose behind these footbridges was to enhance mobility and accessibility for local residents. However, it is essential to note that these sub-counties were subsequently detached from Kabale District and now fall under Ruchiga District following their separation in early July of 2017. So these kinds of projects, of course, have led to a little bit more of of situations where government vehicles are facing or public auction. You see, this is a funny one to take.
It's a funny one.
But it takes us back to the fact that in the next financial year, by the way, government is slated to focus on public procurement, in a way of making it really public. That if Mercy, you are going to bid for a contract, you have various bidders. So that means every Ugandan should at least know who are bidding and who won the stake. Okay, we may not know how many have bid, how many are bidding, but we will know who is taking. Because now in here, there is someone who is a service provider to the local government in this kind of situation, and government has failed to pay. So if someone fails to pay, he feels like, you know, government should give in collateral.
Yes,
so let's put your vehicles on auction. May the public buy, me I get back my money. And well, you want to understand, why does government have to leave the local government out of this? But at the end of the day, you may feel pity for the local government, but then come to a point of realization that maybe government had put out this money and someone under the local government
did something.
Yeah, misused the money. So it's something that we are getting used to, and it's really saddening for us in this particular time.
I don't know, local governments always have an issue when it comes to monies dispersed to them. There is a way it disappears.
Yeah.
You know, I had actually some teachers in Kawale didn't receive salary for over 2 months. You can imagine, and money was going to the local government. So who was responsible?
That's a very big question, by the way. So who is responsible for this money, and who takes care of making sure that they work on the human resource factors in Kabale? Big concern. But besides that, now we turn our focus on the press review this morning to see what the media has to say about business. Well, speaking of the media, I have the New Vision, and Marcy has got the Daily Monitor. Now, as we continue to look at what is happening in here, is that 8 cars have so far been attacked in the last 1 week. Now, this is a very huge concern, not business but social matters. Gangs have terrorized motorists on the northern bypass. It clearly shows you we need to be very cautious, because it does seem like gun violence has risen this year, and it does not seem to be really coming to an end soon. Now, in the Stop Plastic Pollution campaign, Masaka City turns into plastic-free model city. How are they doing that? More details in the New Vision, and how they are trying to curb the use of plastics.
Well, we are back at it again. We are back on road Katonga. Now, UNRA reopens Katonga Bridge for light vehicles. Of course, this is quite something to boast about. Something actually is really happening. So those that have light vehicles can actually access maybe for buses, and of course heavy trucks won't be able to access. But this is something positive for those that access that have been using the Katonga Bridge to get to where they are. Then Museveni tells off the anti-gay law critics, you know, something that has been trending last week. Still in Chankwanzi, as Museveni addresses this issue right there.
Well, and furthermore, still with the issue to do with President Museveni defending signing the anti-homosexuality law, there are concerns of World Bank officials that have been highlighted in here. Remember, there are some sanctions that are likely to hit our country in relation to the same. But who knows how we shall definitely walk away from that. The New Vision has more details in there. There is an exclusive interview with Rwabogo, who is in here explaining the $6 billion trade frontier fund that was given over to, of course, to the government, and how much it's going to be used. Then the expired varsity programs. Government is set to extend the review period. Remember, the National Council for Higher Education had given universities 6 months to review these particular programs that were deemed expired. But now it does seem like they are likely to at least extend their time for them to review. And lastly, from the New Vision, the IGG Betty Kamya wins over 10.6 billion Ugandan shillings land claimants case. Big one in there from the IGG's office. Not only that, when it comes to Uganda's land crisis and much more.
Well, the NDA raises red flag for those that use herbal Viagra.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the drug authority has been struggling to address the influx of the unproved counterfeit and alterated herbal medicines, and that includes herbal Viagra. So that is actually an issue. Those that have been taking it
regular.
It's not healthy for you people. It's not approved. So definitely, there are very many herbal medicines that are not approved that people are really consuming on a daily.
You're approved by NDA,
Yes.
as well as the Uganda National Bureau of
The
Standards as well.
Sengas, the Kujas, you go to when you have an infection, and like when you take those, I've had stories of people, you take a drug, those herbs, and of course, instead of your issue becoming curable, it even worsens. So definitely, if you have a problem, please run to a nearby clinic or health center right there. Of course, as we prepare for Uganda Matters Day, that is on 3rd June, and of course, pilgrims actually, Ginger actually sent over 6,000. The diocese, which sent more than 60,000 pilgrims for this annual ritual, that was Ginger Diocese actually. It is the one, it sent over 6,000 pilgrims. This is quite interesting. So definitely you have to wait for 3rd June so that you can have the very best of the Uganda, to remember the Uganda Matters Day. Of course, that is it for the Daily Monitor. And of course, we shall be keeping you updates so you can grab yourself one and read more.
Well, of course, and you're still watching Spartan's Business. When we return after the break, we head to Karibu, East Africa, and also the latest from the SMB International Space. So stick around with us. We have plenty more business information coming up. Good morning.